Hello, welcome to the next session of After XML. The next topic is about the JDBC, how a backend database is going to be connected with the J2EE component. Finally, it will be connected with the help of JDBC drivers. So, a front-end J2EE component and a backend database, how the both are used to transfer the data, how the connection is open, how the driver acts, and how the connection will be closed. If any error message occurs, what is the different process it is going to be executed after it gets errored by. So in this chapter, we are going to see what are the different types of JDBC connections and the steps involved in it. So going for the next slide. So I would like to explain you the concept of the Java database connectivity. So the full form of JDBC is Java Database Connectivity. So in 1990s, the Sun Microsystems defined the low-level way to interact with the programs to access data stored in its database, where the low-level code is used to communicate. So after 1990, the Sun Microsystems introduced the next technology in the year 1996. The same Sun Microsystems has introduced the JDBC driver and JDBC API. The JDBC driver is used to translate and convert low-level language where the DBMS message understood by the JDBC API. The JDBC drivers are created by the DBMS manufacturers have to follow the following steps. So there are altogether 6 different types of steps. The JDBC drivers and being like a mediator will interact with the front-end J2E component and the backend DBMS. So what are the 6 different types of steps? First, open the connection between the DBMS and the J2EE component. The full form of the J2EE component is Java 2 Platform Enterprise Edition. The second point is it translates the low-level equivalence of SQL statements sent by the J2EE component into messages, and it can be processed by the DBMS. So the third point, it says that it returns the data that confines to the JDBC and specifies to the JDBC drive. So after the third point, the fourth point explains that it returns the information such as error message that confines the JDBC specification to the JDBC driver. So the fifth point explains is it provides the transaction management routines that confines to the JDBC specification. So after the confirmation is processed, finally the connection will be closed between the DBMS and J2E component. So this is the final procedure of getting an output or getting an error message between the front end and the back end. The front end is the J2E component, which gives the instructions to the backend, where the JDBC driver will transfer the information and acts like a mediator and sends the request to the DBMS, so that according to the request given by the J2EE, the DBMS will retrieve the data and sends the output with the help of the JDBC driver. So the next is the interaction is made by the JDBC driver between the J2EE component and the backend DBMS with the help of the SQL statements. So how the JDBC driver works. So there are 4 different types of drivers. Type 1 JDBC to ODBC driver, type 2 Java native code driver, type 3 JDBC driver, and type 4 JDBC driver. Each driver has its own importance. So finally, these 4 drivers helps to transfer the data from the front end to the back end. So let us go with type 1 JDBC to ODBC driver. So it explains us, it was introduced by the Sun Microsystems, and the JDBC to ODBC driver is also called as JDBC ODBC bridge. That is, the full form of ODBC is Open Database Connection. So The JDBC ODBC bridge is used to translate the DBMS calls between the JDBC specifications and ODBC specifications. The JDBC to ODBC driver receives the messages from the J2E component that confines the JDBC specification, and the messages are translated by the JDBC to ODBC driver into the ODBC message format, which is then translated into the message, and it will be understood by the DBMS. So this is how the JDBC ODBC driver is going to be work. And coming to the drawbacks of this JDBC to ODBC driver, extra translation might be negatively impacted on the performance. And coming to the second drawback, this is the old one which was first introduced by the Sun Microsystems. So which is displayed on the screen is a diagrammatical procedure where being a front-end JDBC interface or J2E component coming to the backend DBMS. So here JDBC to ODBC driver will be acting. So in the mediator, ODBC bridge will be a mediator, so that this Sun Microsystems introduced to translate the data between the front end and the back end. Coming to the next type of Java native code driver, coming to the second type of Java native code driver. So it explains how it works. This driver uses Java classes to generate the platform for specific code, which can be only understood by the DBMS, and the manufacturers of the DBMS provides both Java native code driver and API classes so that JDE component can generate the platform on a specific code. And coming to the drawback, using Java native code driver, loss of probability in the code, and it won't work with another manufacturers which is related to DBMS. So this is how the process is going to be executed from the front end to the back end. So native driver part will be existing in the Java 2 native code driver. Coming to the third part of the third type of the driver is type 3 JDBC driver. So this type 3 JDBC driver is also referred as the Java protocol, which is most commonly used JDBC driver. The type 3 Java database connectivity driver converts the SQL queries into the JDBC formatted statements. And coming to the next point of the JDBC 3 driver, the JDBC formatted statements are translated into the format required by the DBMS. So here coming to the pictorial representation, so intermediate server will be acting like the mediator. So it helps us to transfer the data from the backend. So coming to the type 4 JDBC driver, it explains how it works. This type 4 database protocol also can be called as the type 4 JDBC driver, and this driver is similar to type 3 JDBC driver, except SQL queries are translated into the format required by the DBMS. The SQL queries do not need to be converted to the JDBC formatted systems, and this is the fastest way to communicate the SQL queries to the DBMS. So altogether, these all four drivers, type 1 JDBC to ODBC driver, type 2 Java native code driver, type 3 JDBC driver, and type 4 JDBC drivers will be acting like a mediator between the JDBC interface or J2E component being a front end to the backend DBMS. So this four different types of drivers play a major important role. So comparing with all the drivers, type 4 JDBC driver is the fastest way to communicate between the front end and the back end. Coming to the next slide, we are going to discuss about the JDBC packages. So finally, the JDBC packages are of two different types. So what I mentioned here on the screen, java.sql and javax.sql are the two different types of packages. So the Java JDBC API is contained with two packages. The first package is called as java.sql and contains core Java data objects of the JDBC API. These data objects provides a connection to the DBMS and interacting with the data stored in the DBMS. And coming to the second package, javax.sql, which is the extension of java.sql. So here data objects are interacted with Java naming and directory interfaces, and data objects which manages the connection pooling and other advanced JDBC features. So these are the two different types of packages which the JDBC uses. With the help of these packages, data will be transferred. So the two different types of packages are java.sql and javax.sql. So with this, I think you have got the basic idea and the basic introduction regarding the JDBC. What is JDBC? What is ODBC? What is the connection between and the concept between the front end and the back end? Altogether, we are having 6 different types of steps. And after that, we have seen the 4 different types of JDBC drivers. And next, we have shown about the JDBC packages. Thanks for watching. Thank you.